you guys are probably just, have been so busy for so long getting this. Is it still the biggest fair in?
It's the largest fair in Maine.
Largest fair in Maine. That's amazing. Yeah. It's right in our backyard here in North Conway. So quick, easy trip. What can people find at the Fryeburg Fair if they haven't been to the Fryeburg Fair already? Rachel, you want to tackle that?
Sure. They can find the best in everything, especially agriculture. We have thousands of animals there. Draft horses, oxen, steers, pigs, which we call hogs, of course, goats.
I didn't know that, bunnies. So I learned something new today.
Chickens, we have everything. And I'll just tell you about a couple of the best things that Fryeburg has to offer, agriculturally speaking. If I were to recommend something to people, I would say don't miss the Thursday horse hitches, which starts at a 2-horse hitch and goes up to an 8-horse hitch. And it's a beautiful display of horsemanship by the driver, and they also have a navigator, I guess you could call it, but it's the second person on the wagon. I don't know what that title is. But it takes a huge amount to just strap on these animals and get them all to do things in unison, which these farmers are masters at. That is a really not to be missed thing. The pig scrambles, of course, are extremely entertaining. And there's calf scrambles as well.
Now, how big are the calves? I mean, there are these like...
About 450 to 500 pounds.
Now, how do you scramble a calf? I mean, the pig scrambles I've seen, but how do you do that with a calf?
Oh, they have to catch the calves and put a halter on them.
So they actually just run up to the calf and try to hug the thing? I mean, what qualifies as a capture? I need to know. And what age can we do this? Because I'm very interested.
You have to...
How old are you?
You have to have your halter on them in order to, and once you halter them and get your ropes on them, then they belong to you. And they take these animals and they show them the next year.
That is amazing. Now, where do the animals come from in the first place?
We buy them. We buy them from different locations.
And there's all different colors and
breeds. They're beef animals that we use for that.
Oh, that is so much fun. Now, how old do you have to be in the calf scramble? I imagine it's bigger than the pig scramble?
Well,
kids?
It's high school. It's high school age.
Yeah. Okay, because pigs are 8 to 10, is it?
That's the 3rd grade, usually.
3rd grade?
Around 3rd grade, yeah.
Okay.
2nd or 3rd grade.
And how do people get in on the scrambles? Let's cover that, and then we'll get into the rest of what's going on with the fair.
The calf scramble is a 4-H. It's a 4-H deal. The pig scrambles, they have open scrambles. You can come to the fair and sign up to be chosen. To
and you have to be in certain towns, though, correct?
They have a township, a school lottery that within the school district, they draw those. I believe that's next Thursday for kids to be in the district scramble.
Oh, good. I'm sure kids are like,
oh yeah, they are.
Because it is a lot of fun and a great spectator event as well. Because I know it's pretty packed. It's like 4 or 5 deep, maybe.
The
even
photo
more.
ops are phenomenal. The pig scramble, and the kids are very, very excited about it, and it's just great fun. Really great fun.
Right. Well, you mentioned there's so much, and Hans was mentioned before the show actually that we could go on for a full week just to tell people about what goes on at Fryeburg Fair, but they can find it online. There's a whole schedule there online. But David, you have been working in particular on something new for this year, so let's cover that. What do you do for the Fryeburg Fair, and what have you been working on?
I'm the buildings and grounds superintendent for the fair. I look after all the buildings and come up with new buildings when we build them. And, we built a specialty foods building this year. And that'll be package type foods you'd find in a gift basket, and there'll be samples in there. And,
oh, fun. And this is a big space.
It's a 7,000 square foot building.
Now, did you know that going in, that you're going to need that much space, or was it just the response that you got? How did you know?
Well, we've been looking around. It seems to be a lot of interest in that type of stuff, and we said, let's build one of those. And we had a location picked out, and we built as big a building as we could in that location.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
We have 100 buildings on the fairgrounds. So
that is just amazing. I mean, because when I go over there and I walk, we stick to the loop and around the infield and stuff, and it's just an amazing facility to begin with, and what a resource for the area. And then you have these wonderful buildings, but you said it's different than all the rest of the buildings.
Yeah, it's a nicest building on the fairgrounds. It's got farmers' porches on both ends.
And can I move in?
You'll have
Come on,
plenty of
David,
space.
come on.
We've had a lot of people like the
7,000
looks
square
of it.
feet will be quite an upgrade for me.
We've already booked a wedding in it for next August.
You're kidding?
No.
Yeah.
Weddings?
One of our police
Of
officers
course.
who works in Fryeburg will be getting married there August 24th of next year.
Fantastic. Oh, that's a great idea. And now it's housing the specialty foods, which again, you said gift baskets, there's going to be samples, and people, it's
It's
same thing, they can just go in, or is there an entry fee at the door?
No, you can go in, it's free entry, and as is all our buildings.
Once you pay at the gate, though.
Right.
You pay at the gate.
Clear,
I mean, we have, our expos. We have 4 expos. We have Juried Craft Center, and, Agriculture Exhibit Center.
I know.
I mean, it goes
It's
on
amazing.
and on. And
I know, the flowers, the horse pulling, the dairy goat show. You have a baking contest for parents and kids, which I think is
We have several
really
baking
cool.
contests. Yeah.
And then you also have nighttime entertainment.
We do.
Which Jonathan Sardi, I think, starts
It's
it
Monday
up,
night.
doesn't he?
Monday night at 8.
Monday night at 8. So this is something that people can go all week long, all day long, and still find stuff that they didn't see yesterday.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So
Exactly.
let's, for the people who haven't been there, what are sort of, you don't want to give away all the insider tips. But
Sure
let's
we will.
pick a. Rich is like, I'm just going to get it all out there. Tell us how to get there. What's the best route to take? And what you would recommend people go see this year in particular. You want to start it off?
Sure. The best route to get to the fair is to avoid coming from the south into Fryeburg on the busiest days, which are Saturdays and Sundays. If the sun is out, you really want to make sure that you do this. So if you're coming from 16 towards Fryeburg, you want to go around Fryeburg to reach Route 113, go by Conway PD, and then go all the way to Webster's Country Store, keep on 113 north, and you're going to go across Corn Shop Road about 3.5 miles from Webster's Country Store.
Okay.
And then you're going to go way to the end, take a right, and come in from the Lovell Main entrance.
Okay, and they pass right by Sherman Farm there, right? Is that the right that you're talking about?
No,
Oh, am I
do
on the
not
totally
take that
wrong?
right.
Okay, don't take that right.
Do
so
not
go
take
straight.
the right after Sherman's Farm stand, because that really cags up
and gets right
your
back
life.
on the main street.
Your
too.
life and traffic.
Right. Okay, so past Sherman Farm.
Past Sherman's, all the way to the next store, which is Webster's Country Store.
all right.
But you're just going to stay 113 north till you come to Corn Shop Road. And then you're going to take that and come in from the Lovell Main area of which is north.
Okay.
And then you come in at the back gate, and also leave that way too. And that's just, that'll just be a lot better for drivers
and for everybody.
For frustration levels
yeah.
for them, and
Right.
and so on and so forth.
Because it is a popular thing. Now, once
It
they
is.
get in, what's your pick?
For the best things at the fair,
What's your favorite thing?
Tom's Jumbo Donut. Yeah,
Tom's
which is what
Jumbo
I said
Donut.
last year too. I was going to try to come up with something
Come
else.
on, Rachel.
Stan's French fries, awesome. The crab meat rolls right up by the main gate are awesome.
Any
So we're
new
talking
vendors that
food?
you're kind of looking forward to that are new this year?
Well, we're going to have 25 new ones in the specialty foods
specialty.
pavilion. There'll be
Okay.
25 new folks. As far as new vendors, well, of course we've got Vinny's Pizza, Sunflower Farms Pizza. Not new at all, but so great.
That's a staple.
It's a staple. But that's just on the food end. I mean,
Oh, but
the
who
barns.
can't-
You
who
want to
can
get your French
resist?
fries and then go into the barns and smell the smells. It's wonderful.
Wait, smell the smells of the barn, and smell the smells of the French
Oh,
fries.
it's a combination. It's
the fair.
Yeah, it's a combination.
Wonderful. Okay, David, on to you. Would you follow Rachel's route, or do you have another
No,
alternative?
that's the way to go.
That would be the way to go.
No,
Okay, and once you're in, what is your pick? Now, don't say specialty foods,
Well,
because we know you just built it.
Yeah, he's partial.
You have to check out everything. I mean, we have 180 food booths. I mean, so you can eat for days and not eat the same thing.
I know, and it's not even just the typical stuff, because I found Thai food there before,
Right.
and of course the sunflower pizza. We were just watching a piece from a couple of years ago, actually, where deep fried Oreos, stuff like that. Where that is the more typical fair food type stuff that you would see. But there is quite a range of food.
Yeah.
There's rides. There's a whole kids section as
sure.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we upgraded our kiddie land this year. We put new roads through there, so it would be more convenient to go in kiddie land.
Oh, good.
you know.
Are the pony rides coming back this year?
Yes.
Oh, good, because that was a favorite of mine.
Yeah. That's a favorite of a
Well,
lot of-
not me.
I was going to say, if you're going to be over there on a pony, I'm going to
Pony's
come over with my camera.
Yeah, exactly. So we got the Kittyland, we have the food, and what's your favorite though?
Favorite event or
Yeah,
food?
'cause you were saying
geez,
there's
I
so
really
much
like.
you
I do
can't
like the pig scrambles.
The big scrambles.
Yeah, I really like to watch the pig scrambles.
Yeah. How early do you have to get to the big scrambles to get a good spot?
You ought to be there half an hour before it starts.
Okay.
you know, to get a spot.
Now, skillet toss, any ringers coming in this year? And is that all women, the skillet toss?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you have probably some returnees that are the favorites.
We do.
We have.
I'm not sure who they are, but
Yeah. Well, I know there
there's
was like
some
an
of them.
80-year-old woman that used to huck that thing, and it was like, it was amazing.
There's a 100-year-old woman.
100-year-old woman.
Mid-heat.
Mid-heat,
I mean, that's
yeah.
amazing. Our own Meg Simone actually went over a couple years, and she was a contender there. But it takes a certain skill. It's not
It
just
does.
tossing a skillet. It's like you go for distance and away from the median there.
Yeah.
Right.
Pretty cool stuff, though. That's also
wonderful.
popular.
Last year we had the funniest thing happen there. We had a woman that came from Massachusetts, and she said, "I'm throwing this for the New York Yankees," and everyone just booed her like crazy.
Well, what was she thinking? Yankees?
But she was hilarious, and so she threw the skillet, and it literally went 6 feet away from her, and then she fell down, and just everybody just thought she was just hilarious, and she had a really good sense of humor.
Oh, good.
But that's a really, really fun event too.
It is.
You don't want to miss it.
And you mentioned the hogs, and I have to say, because I go for the animals. I love the animals, the alpacas that you have, the llamas, and some of these animals are for sale too. Some of the farmers are selling their animals, but most of them are just amazing beasts, like huge.
Yeah.
But the hogs,
Huge.
sort of like scary and amazing all at the same time, that they're so big.
Yeah.
It's just how big. Last year, I want to say thousands.
Yeah, you can get a 1,000-pound, 800,000-pound hog. Last year we built a new hog barn just for the hogs because there was so much interest in. They love to watch the hogs with it and the pigs
And the handlers
and
with it's just
with the
amazing
doors.
beasts. Oh yeah, the doors just to keep them corralled.
Right. And we always have babies at the fair.
Oh, baby.
We always have a calf or two or
Yes.
3 or 7 or 8 born.
And the little chickens.
And
of
the
course,
piglets
chicks.
are just so cute.
And the incubator
Yeah,
there
the
with the
incubator's
eggs.
great,
That's
yeah.
popular as well. And you have
Yeah.
rabbits, chickens, all sorts of ducks, pheasants, everything. So
We have Old McDonald's Farm, which is a petting area
love
for
it.
small children.
And that's also very popular.
Yeah, very
so
popular.
be prepared, get there early.
I know. Yeah.
But Rachel and David, thank you so much. We're actually out of time. But again,
Okay.
we could go on for the full week. I hope that you
could.
can come back because we didn't even go over any of the times and stuff. So there's a lot to know about Fryeburg Fair, and it starts this Sunday. So, weather, don't worry about it because it's not supposed to be all the time, and it's the fair. You cannot miss it.
Put on a raincoat, bring an umbrella.
Exactly. And tell me the website again, and if they call for information, where should they call to?
Well, the website is www.freiburgfair.org.
Okay.
And everything is on there. The programs, the whole 9 yards. We also have a great Facebook page, Fryeburg Fair. And if you need to call us, 207-935-3268.
Okay, and to plan for next year, campers got to get in early, right? Like years in advance, right? For the whole week. They don't?
We have some spots.
What?
They
That's
should
great.
call ahead, but
Yeah.
some people drive off the road, right off Route 5, and they can find a camp
Fantastic.
spot. So
But reservations are recommended.
That's right, they are.
All right. Well, thanks again, you two, and I hope that you can come back this week and fill us in on how the fair's going this year.
Sounds good.
Well, thank
All
you.
right, folks,
you,
we'll be
Kelly.
back. I think we're going to do a quick wrap on the weather and maybe a watch and win, but we'll take a break.
It's the 2012 Fryeburg Fair, Maine's Blue Ribbon Classic, Sunday, September 30th through Sunday, October 7th. New this year, Fryeburg Fair Specialty Foods Pavilion, filled with local agriculture products that support the Maine economy. Fair favorites include Woodsman's Field Day on Monday, harness racing Tuesday through Sunday, night shows Monday through Saturday with big acts like Jonathan Sardi Band, Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, Asleep at the Wheel, Jody Messina, Craig Campbell, and Lexi James. The Saturday Grand Parade and trophy presentations, plus daily pulls and scrambles, exhibition halls and farm museum, museum craft demonstrations, fiber demonstrations, over 3,000 head of livestock in competition and on display, carnival games and midway rides for everyone, and of course, food, and more food. General admission is $10 every day and includes night shows. A weekly pass is just $65. Children under 12 are always free. 65 and over, don't miss Senior Citizens Day on Tuesday, no charge. Gates open at 7, buildings open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. For information, call 207-935-3268 or visit FryeburgFair.org.